Hello, this is my partner Lydia Maciel, and I am Marcos Mira. Today we're going to interview Mr. Felipe Osvaldo Sandoval Veloz. I'm going to give a brief introduction, and then we're going to go ahead with the interview, if that's okay with you, Mr.
It's a pleasure.
Okay. Uh, why is this interview important for us? Communication skills are essential in any professional setting, and understanding how to ensure a clear and effective communication, especially in a multicultural environment, is crucial. Effective public speaking, writing clear business documents, and fostering open communication within the teams are key components for success. And overall, these skills not only improve individual performance, but also contribute to the overall success of the organization. So, that being said, I would like to go ahead and ask you, what is your name again, and what is your age?
My name is Felipe Oswaldo Sandoval Veloz. I'm 30 years old.
Okay, thank you very much. And what did you study?
I study economics.
Where did you study economics?
I study in my local university here in Mexico.
All right. And how many years have you been working for as the director of Instituto Tecnológico de Belleza París?
12 years.
Okay, thank you very much. So now we're going to go ahead and start with the interview. Lydia, could you go ahead, please?
Okay, talking about the communication skills at your work, how do you ensure clear and effective communication between the staff and the students?
Well, clear and effective communication between staff and students is ensured by establishing consistent and transparent channels for information dissemination, such as regular meetings, emails, or bulletin boards. Uh, I also encourage an open door policy where students feel comfortable approaching staff with questions or concerns. Using simple and direct language help to minimize misunderstandings.
All right,
Okay.
thank you very much. Next question is, what strategies do you use to facilitate communication in a multicultural environment?
Well, in a multicultural environment, it is crucial to be culturally sensitive and aware. I promote the use of inclusive language and provide translation service or multilingual material when it's necessary. Hosting cultural awareness workshops and encouraging diverse representation and communication helps to foster mutual understandings and respect among all members of the community.
Okay, thank
Okay.
you.
Yeah. And how do you handle conflicts arising from communication issues?
Conflict arising from communication issues are addressed by first identifying the root cause of the misunderstanding. Uh, I encourage open dialogue between the parties involved, using active listenings and empathy to understand each perspective. Uh, Mediation techniques, such as finding common grounds and agreeing on clear communication guidance, uh,
Mhm.
are employed to resolve the conflict and prevent future issues.
Okay.
Okay,
Mm.
thank you very much. Could you give us one example of a successful communication initiative that you have implemented?
Um, One successful communication initiative I implemented was the introduction of digital platforms where students and staff could access important announcements, resources, and support services. This platform includes features such as discussion forums, instant messaging, and virtual office hours, which significantly improve engagement and streamline communication.
Right.
Okay. So, how do you stay uploaded with new communication technologies and methods?
Mm, Staying updated with new communication technologies and methods involves continuously learning and professional development. I subscribe to the industry newsletter, attended relevant webinars and conference, and participate in online communities related to the communication technologies. This helps me to keep abreast of the latest trends and the best practices, ensuring that my communication strategies remain effective and current.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Now we're going to go ahead and change the topic a little bit. Now we're going to talk about public speaking at your work. The first question will be, what are the key elements of an effective public speech in an educational setting?
The key elements of an effective public speech in an educational settings includes clarity, engagement, and relevance. Clarity ensures that the message is easily understood by the audience. Engagement involves using storytelling, humor, and interactive elements to keep the audience interested. Relevance means addressing topics that are important to the audience, providing them with valuable insights and information.
All
Okay.
right, thank you.
Yeah. So, how do you prepare for important presentations or for meetings in your case?
Oh, well, preparing for important presentations or meetings involves through research and organizations. I start by understanding the purpose of the presentation and the audience needs. I then create an outline of the key point I want to cover and develop supporting materials, such as slides or handouts. Practicing presentation multiple times helps me refine my delivery and timing. I also anticipate potential questions and prepare answers to ensure I'm ready for any inquiries.
Okay, it's very good that you go ahead and prepare your class before giving it. And for example, what tips do you have for overcoming public speaking anxiety?
To overcome public speaking anxiety, I recommend practicing deep breathing exercises and visualization techniques to calm nerves. Uh, Practicing the speech multiple times in front of a mirror or with a small supportive audience can build confidence. It's also helpful to focus on the message rather than one on self, and to remember that the audience is generally supportive and interested in what you have to say.
Okay,
Okay.
that's a very good tip. Thank you.
Okay. Maybe you have a lot of memorable experiences, but can you share one memorable experience where public speaking is significantly important to your school?
Yeah. A memorable experience was when when we introduced a new curriculum at the school assembly. The speech was designed to excite students and staff about the changes and outlines the benefits by incorporating and engaging storytelling and clear explanation. The presentation successfully garnered enthusiastic support and eased concern about the transition. This positive reception significantly impact the overall moral and acceptance of the new curriculum.
Mm.
Thank you very much. And the last question of this topic, and a very important one, is how do you train your teachers to become better public speakers?
Well, training teachers to become better public speakers involves workshops and practicing sessions focused on the key skills such as voice modulation, body language, and structuring speeches, providing constructive feedback and encouraging peer reviews helps teachers identify areas to improve, additionally, offering opportunities to practice in low stakes environment. Like staff meetings can help build confidence and refine their public speaking abilities.
Interesting answer. Thank you.
Yes, this is the public speaking section, so we can have the writing business document section with the questions. So, what are the most important components of a well-written business document?
Well, a well written business document should have a clear purpose, be organized logically, and be free of errors. Key components includes a compelling introduction, detailed and relevant information, and a concise conclusion. It should also use clear and professional language, proper formation, proper formatting, and visuals like charts or graphs were necessary to enhance understanding.
Mm.
Okay, thank you. That answer is very clear. And now moving on to the next one. How do you ensure that your business documents are clear and concise?
To ensure clarity and conciseness, I focus on using simple, direct language and avoiding jargon and complex sentences. Each paragraph should stick to one main idea, and unnecessary words should be eliminated. I also make use of bullet points and headings to break up text and make the document easier to navigate.
Okay, yes. So, can you share your process for drafting and editing important communications?
Um, my process of drafting and editing important communication involves several steps. First, I outline the key point I want to cover. Then I write a draft focusing on content and organizations rather than perfection. After the initial draft is complete, I take a break before revising, which helps me spot errors and areas for improvement more easily. I then edit for clarity, um, ensuring that the final document is polished and professional.
All right, thank you. And how do you incorporate feedback into your written communication?
Mm, Incorporating feedback involves carefully reviewing the comments and suggestions received and determine which changes will be enhanced the document. I prioritize feedback that improves clarity, accuracy, and engagement. After making the necessary revisions, I might seek further feedbacks to ensure the document meets the desired standards before I finalizing it.
All right.
Okay. So, what tools or resources do you recommend for improving business writing skills?
There are several tools and resources that can help improve business writing skills. Uh, Tools like Grammarly or Hemingway can aid in checking grammar and readability. Additional resources such as writing courses, style guides, and books on business communication can improve the writing techniques.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you very much. That was very insightful. And moving on to another topic, which is improving communication as leaders and team members. I would like to ask you the first question, which is, how do you foster open communication within your team?
Fostering open communication within a team involves creating a culture of trust and respect. I encourage regular team meetings where everyone has the opportunity to speak and share their ideas. An open door policy ensures that team members feel comfortable approaching with their concerns and suggestions. Additionally, I promote transparency by sharing relevant information and update with the teams to keep everyone informed and engaged.
All right, thank you for your answer.
And what role does active listening play in your leadership style?
Active listening is a cornerstone of my leadership style. It involves focusing on the speaker, understanding their message, responding truthfully, and remembering what was said. This approach helps build trust and respect as a team member feels heard and valued. Active listening also aids in identifying issues early and foster a collaboratory environment where everyone contributes are acknowledged.
All right, thank you. And I would like to ask you, how do you encourage teachers to communicate effectively with each other?
To encourage teachers to communicate effectively, I facilitate regular professional development sessions, focus on the communication skills. I also create opportunities I also create opportunities for collaborative projects where teachers can work together and share their expertise, providing platforms for informal discussion, such as a lunch and learn sessions or a staff social events, helps build stronger relationships and open lines of communication among teachers.
All right,
Okay.
interesting.
Can you describe a time when improving communication led to successful outcome?
Yes. A notable instance was during the implementation of a new curriculum. Initially, there were misunderstandings and resistance due to the lack of clear communication. By organizing regular information sessions, offering detailed guides, and establishing a feedback loop, we improved the flow of information. This transparent communication strategy led to a smoother transition, greater acceptance of the curriculum, and enhanced collaboration among staff.
All right. And last question of this topic. How do you balance transparency and confidentiality in communication?
Balancing transparency and confidentiality involves clearly defining what information needs to be shared and what should remain confidentially. I ensure transparency by regularly updating the team on relevant development and being open about decision-making process. At the same time, I maintain confidentially by respecting privacy and only sharing sensitive information with those who need to know. Uh, this approach builds trust and ensures that all team members feel secure and respected.
Okay.
All right.
So more we talk about job interviews. Maybe you have experience with that when you need to contract person. So what communication skills do you look for in a potential new hire?
I prioritize clarity, confidence, and adaptability. Candidates should articulate their ideas effectively and demonstrate active listening.
Okay.
All right. And how do you assess a candidate's ability to communicate effectively during an interview?
Well, I observed their responses for structure and coherence, and evaluate how they handle follow-up questions, body languages, and tone. Also provides insights.
Okay. So can you provide an examples of questions you use to evaluate communication skills in job interviews?
A question that usually uses, can you describe a time you resolved a conflict at work? Or how would you explain a complex concept to someone unfamiliar with it? These questions helps me to see what the person attitude is like and how he or she manages to resolve the conflict.
All right. We're almost done with the interview. This question is going to be, how important is body language and nonverbal communication in your interview process?
Mm, practice common questions, seek feedbacks, and focus on concise, confident answers. Nonverbal communication, like a firm handshake and keeping eye contact, is equally crucial.
All right.
Okay. So the last question that we have is, what advice you will you give to job seekers to improve their communication skills for interviews?
Practicing common questions, um, seek feedback, and focus on concise, confident answers. I think it's the same answer as the question. I just respond.
All right. Thank you very much. So that was the last question from us. Thank you very much for giving us some of your time. We really appreciate you working with us for this project. I hope you had a good time answering our questions as students.
Of course.
So thank you very much, Mr. Felipe. We're going to conclude this interview. And do you have anything to add, Lydia?
No, it's a pleasure to have the interview with you. So thank you for your time, and that's it.
All right.
Well,
Well,
it was a pleasure.
thank you very much, Mr.
Miss Lydia, and this is my conclusion. What I learned from this interview with Osvaldo Sandoval, the seasoned director with over 12 years of experience in educational leadership, providing evaluating insights into the role of effective communication in professional success. Some of the takeaways is the importance of communication skills. Clear and transparent communication is essential for testing trust and efficiency in the both staff and students interactions, and the active listeners and cultural sensitive and criteria of managing diverse teams and resolving conflicts with effectiveness, and for public speaking as a tool for leadership. The public speaking is not just about deliberate information, but it is also about inspiring and engage the audience. So the person person improve that in his experience. The preparation and the use of techniques like tell storytelling, humor, and visualization can significantly enhance the impact of the public in speeches. For the leadership and team dynamics, I think the open communication, transparency, and balancing the confidentiality, building trust, and create a collaboration environment. The training and professional environment development opportunities for staff enhance both the communication and the team cohesion. So this is the with the interview talk about and the insights of job interview and hiring. The person says that evaluating communication skills during interviews involves observing a candidate's verbal, non-verbal clues and as well their ability to articulate ideas and solve conflicts. So the practical advice of the job seekers include practically common questions, seeking feedback, and maintain confidence body language. Overall, the interview highlights how effective communication is the cornerstone of the successful leadership, teamwork, and the organization growth. Mr. Sandoval strategies for fostering engagement, addressing challenges, and building trust serves valuable framework as aspiring professionals. These lessons reinforce the power of communication in shaping a positive and productive workplace. Thank you.
So this is my video conclusion of the meeting. Through this comprehensive exploration of communication strategies, I've come to understand the profound impact that clear and effective communication has within an educational setting and beyond. Ensuring that both staff and students are on the same page requires an approach that prioritizes open dialogue, transparency, and cultural awareness, especially in these times. And by fostering an environment where active listening is a core component of leadership, we can address and resolve conflicts more effectively, ensuring that every voice is heard and valued. Preparing for important presentations or meetings involves meticulous planning and practice, with a focus on delivering messages that are clear and engaging, prioritizing delivering these messages. Overcoming public speaking anxiety is achievable through consistent practice and utilizing techniques that promote calmness and confidence, like the deep breathing that Osvaldo mentioned. Effective business writing hinges on clarity and conciseness, ensuring that documents are not only well structured, but also easy to understand. Feedback plays a very critical role in defining these documents, and staying updated with the latest communication tools and methods enhances our ability to lead and collaborate effectively. And to summarize everything I said, the lessons learned here were very important because here we emphasize that communication skills are just not about transmitting information, but also about building relationships, fostering understanding, and driving collective success. By integrating these strategies into our daily practices, we create a more inclusive, efficient, and dynamic professional environment. Thank you.